landing page of AutoAppy where we have different nav options like Home, Apps, Learn, Automations, Pricing and Workflows. So here, as we go down, we can see that we have a section named as Connect Your Apps. So here we have n number of applications which we have integrated with AutoAppy, which you can use to perform your different business automations. So here there are n number of domains under which you have different categories of applications. You can always go and explore them by clicking See More. So now let's go to the next section, that is set up your automation. So here you can explore how you can streamline your workflows and save time with our automation features. So here we have n number of templates which we have created for you so that you can understand how a particular workflow works. Suppose if you are a new user, you can always go to view details and then check how that automation works step by step, understanding its concept. So if you are someone who wishes to just try that automation and check if it suits your business, you can just go to try it and check how it works. So now heading forward towards our pricing plans. So these are our three pricing plans: the starter plan, the essential plan and the professional plan. So in the starter plan, you can see that for absolutely ₹0 per month, we offer you 3000 tasks every month with unlimited workflows, unlimited team members and whatnot. So what are you waiting for? So just simply sign up for free and start automating today itself. Now let's head over to create our today's workflow. But before creating a today's workflow, make sure that you have an account with AutoAppy and that your Google credentials are connected to the same so that you can seamlessly access your automations. So now let's click Workflows. So this will open up this kind of an automation dashboard in front of you where you can manage and monitor your workflows. So now let's start by creating a today's workflow. For that we have to go to Add Workflow. So let's start with our today's workflow. So for that we have to go and tap Add Workflow. So let's just give it a name as Auto Follow-up Responses to High Intent Leads on Typeform Submissions. So this is the automation which we are supposed to cover for today. For that we will just click Save. So this will open up this kind of an interface in front of you where it will prompt us to select a trigger node or a trigger application. So now you will be wondering, what is a trigger application? So a trigger application or a trigger node is just like a starting point to your entire workflow you're going to create, or you can also say that it is the backbone of your entire automation. So if it is just like an if condition, if which only satisfied, only then it will head over to the next condition. So in our case, the first trigger node is going to be Typeform. So let's just search for Typeform here, select it and say new entry and say add first app. So this will add this application or the node into the AutoAppy's canvas. So now we are left with setting this node live. So for that we have to go to the hamburger menu, which is just next to this draft option. So just click this and this will open up the setup, the configuration and the test window for the same. So here we have a webhook URL which you can see. So just simply copy it. And then if you scroll down, you can see that we have a setup of instructions given below. This is basically the help guide to like how we can set this node live. So now, since I already have a Typeform account, I will be continuing with the same. So let's just skip the first step and then let's just skip the first step and I'll just show you like what is in my Typeform account. So make sure that you also have a Typeform already created with you. So this is my Typeform account. And I have a, say it as lead company generation. I'll just say save. So I've renamed my form successfully. So basically this is the form which I am going to use, and it has the following data here, which is the full name, email, phone number, then the company name, business type, budget range, and project timeline along with the brief description. So now that we just saw like what all is there inside the type form, let's go and focus on connecting this to auto appy. So for that we have to go to the third tab here, which you can see, which is the connect tab. So here you will be able to find two tabs, integrations and webhooks. So we have to webhook, so let's just click webhook, and then here you will find that there is an option of add webhook. So post you add a webhook, then you will be getting an webhook added below this, like similar to this one. But since we do not need this, let's just turn this webhook off in order to avoid confusion. So let's just create a new webhook now. So let's just add it afresh. So just say add webhook and paste your webhook and just say save, and then turn this on. Do not forget to turn this toggle on, otherwise the webhook will not get configured. So once this is done, we'll go to the share option here, but before this we'll just go to auto appy and then just say start capturing the sample data. So while the data is being captured, we will just get a link here of that form. So just copy that, which is under the share tab, and just open it into a new tab and start filling it with some data. So I'll just say, for that matter, I'm entering then the email could be phone number. I'll just enter a dummy data. So this is the phone number, suppose. Then the company name I'm just putting as auto appy private limited. Then business type, there is a drop down, so I will be clicking service. Then budget range, I will just say high, that matter. And then project timeline, let's just say immediate. And brief description would be that I need an automation that could automate my invoice generation. Suppose this is the requirement of the description, so just say submit. Brief requirement of the client, and suppose is this, and just say submit, and then go back to auto appy and then just say check status. So here you can see that we have captured the data successfully. So all whatever we have just filled up in our type form is successfully captured in the form of type form. So this is the JSON response which we just received. So now that we are done with this and this node is live, let's go and perform a final action, that is the adding the Google Sheet to it. So this is where we have fetched all the details from the user. So now we wish to store them properly into a Google Sheet. So for this, before this, let's just head over to my Google Sheet which I have already created. So this is the Google Sheet which I have already created. Make sure that you also have a similar sheet created before creating this automation. So this is the these are the same fields which are inside the form, and I have also added a few extra columns here, which is the lead score and the lead priority and the follow-up date and the notes. So the basically lead score is calculated inside this sheet. So I'll just show you when we just reach to this particular steps. Add, and here we will search for Google Sheets. So just select Google Sheets. So in here we will just select insert a row in Google Sheet. So as we just saw that there are two entries already inside the Google Sheet. So I'll just say yes, add node. So let's create a new entry this time. So let's see how that's done. So let's just give it this a name as hot leads, tracker, just say connect with Google, sign in to your account which is connected to Auto Appy, just say continue. So now it is asking us to configure the same, so it is saying to enter a map ID, so just say map data, and here you have to enter a sheet ID. So for that you have to go back to your Google sheet which we have just created, and then here in the link you can see that there is an ID available, so just copy it up till this portion. So copy it, copy this and paste it here, wait for a few seconds, and then you can see the sheet name appearing. So you can see the sheet name appearing under this. So before that I'll just delete this entry because it should not be that we happen to take any duplicate data. Just delete this, recapture it. So similar to these details we'll have to enter a fresh one. So now let's just select the sheet here. So now that we have successfully set the Google Sheets up, so now we have to go and configure them. So this has fetched all the column names here which were there inside our Google Sheet. So now we have to map these details one by one. So let's see how this is done. So here we will have to go to the data mapper here. So just click that, and here we will have to select Typeform, and for the name we will just search Swarali Shirodkar. So just say confirm. So this is how the data has been mapped. So similarly we have to map all the remaining fields. So I'll just go to the data mapper, and it is asking for the email, right? Just say confirm. So now it's asking for the phone number. Repeat the same process from the data mapper. Select your type form and search for your phone number. Click confirm. This is done. So now just go for again the data mapper, type form, and search for Auto Appy. Done. So now again the budget range. Repeat the same process. Search for high. So this is the budget range. Then timeline is immediate. Again repeat the same process. Select your type form, and this is the timeline which I had entered. So just say confirm. And brief requirement, again the same process. So this is the brief requirement, and the remaining things we do not need to map here. This is what has to be calculated internally in Google Sheets. Do that later. For now we will just initially test this workflow and see if all this data has been inserted into the Google Sheet or not. So just say submit, and test this node. So go to the sheet. So here you can see that the data has been entered successfully. So now just you can see that the lead score and lead priority has already been calculated. So I'll just show you like how this has been done inside the Google Sheet. So as soon as it captures the data, it automatically calculates the lead score, and according to that it gives it the priority as hot, warm, or cold. Okay. So since the business type is service and budget range is high and project timeline is immediate, it is calculated as so for high it is 40. So just consider 40 over here. Then the budget range is done. So now it is of service type. So service type, again we'll just click this. If it is service type, then it is 15. So we'll just add this 15 to this. And then the project timeline is immediate. So for that has to be some other value. So let's just see that. So immediate is 30. So this is for high. Immediate and service. So let's just add this. This comes up to 4 plus 1 5 plus 3 8 and 5, that is 85. So this is how the calculation works. So now hope so that you've understood this calculation. So we'll just do one thing. I'll just remove this calculation from here and paste it in the side so that it is easier to, okay. So this is the calculation. So hope so that you have understood that. Priority is also set. So here if you see that if the lead is if the lead score is greater than 70, it is given as hot, and if it is greater than or equal to 45, it is warm, and else in the other conditions it is going to be cold. Okay, so in our case the score is greater than 70, so that's why it has been given as hot. So this is the value reference table which I have used to calculate the lead score and the priority based on that. So this is how the values have been calculated in this Google Sheet using this particular formula, which you can see, that is the array formula here. That we've already set the Typeform and the Google Sheets node live. Let's go and perform a final action node, that is the Gmail, from where we have to send our warm emails to the customers who have just filled the Typeform with their requirements so that they do not feel rude. So let's just press add, and here we are supposed to search for Gmail, and in the action sections we have to add send email version 2 as the action. Just say add node, and here it will ask us to select an option from existing connection and create a new connection. But since we have already established a connection with Google, I'm going to connect with my existing connection. So for this you need to make sure that you have already connected to Gmail. So let's just select any one of these connections here and say save connection. So here you can see that we are having a form email section. So here we are supposed to select the email ID by which you are logged into Appy. So here now it is asking for the sender's name. So here you can give it as Appy friendly reminder. Similarly, the other fields. Like for the to email, you are supposed to enter just open up this data mapper, and in the category from the Typeform you are supposed to select this email address and just say confirm. And then in the subject we will just say hi and then we will just select the data mapper again, and from the type form we will search for the name, comma, and a friendly reminder. So this is done. So then in the body content you require to add an HTML content here. So for this I'm going to use my ready-made script, which I already have in my notepad. So this is the notepad which I'm going to be using. So here you can see. So here you can see that we are having a JSON response of earlier. So let's just remove this and map this one by one again so that we get a clear email. So in place of this we need Swarali Shirodkar. So let's just go to the data mapper, and then from the type form response we are going to search for my name, just say confirm, and just copy this part and then go to your notepad and paste it in that place. This is done. So now we need to also place the response text over here. So let's just keep this part selected, come back here and come to the data mapper again, go to the type form and search for your query which you had entered. So this is my query, so I'll just copy this for body content. Just copy my query from here, go back to this sheet and just paste it in place of this value, and just check for anything else if it has to be mapped. So I don't think there is any other field remaining. So this is how the fields have been mapped here. So this is all done with the help of JSON mapping. It's a concept in JSON which is used to map the values so that we can dynamically fill this data as and when required. So just select this entire thing, copy it, and then remove this part and then paste that HTML content in this place. So once this is done, we are just supposed to submit and say test this node. So hide sample data, show sample data. So it says that the one item has been sent. So let's go and check it out in. So let's go to the inbox. So here you can see that I have got a auto appy friendly named email saying that hi Swarali Shirodkar, thanks for reaching out regarding I need an automation that could automate my invoice generation. So we noticed that your interest and would love to discuss how we can help you quickly. So let me know a good time to connect, or feel free to reply directly to this email. Best regards, auto appy reminding email bot. So this is how this automation takes place. I hope so that you enjoyed this process and that you have understood the concept behind this automation. So if you're someone who wishes to supercharge your productivity, head over to our website today itself and start automating. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our video. And if you have any kind of a query in your mind you want you want us to address in an upcoming video tutorial, or you have any kind of a different custom business idea in your mind on which you want us to create an upcoming video tutorial on, please feel free to comment down in our YouTube comment sections, and our team will be very happy to assist you with the same. So until I find you into the next upcoming tutorial, happy automating. Thank you.